Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome. Happy Sunday, one and all. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope your week's been good. Hope, of course, the bank holidays are treating you nicely. If you get a bank holiday, of course. I know that not everyone gets a bank holiday. Some people, of course, have to work through the bank holidays and therefore don't get to have that time. So my thoughts, of course, go out to you, if that's where we are. Who was in for last night, by the way? Memoropoulos. What a game that is. And more importantly, we smashed it on TikTok last night. I've got no idea how. Genuinely, I am confused as anybody. We had 3,500 views on TikTok last night, which was bizarre. I think at one point we had 115 in or something watching this brand new game, which was great. I had a lovely time doing it, and I was so tempted to go and do it again tonight and have it. Jack Kirby's over on TikTok tonight. Hello, Jack. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Hope you're well. But yeah, I was very, very tempted to do it again. Jedi Customs is in as well, May the 4th and all that kind of thing to you. And yeah, I was so tempted to go back again for it last night, but I thought, you know what? We haven't done the TJWF last week because, of course, we were away. Stu Hawthorne, James Frage, Boris is in as well. TikTok there, growing nicely. We haven't done a bit of a TJWF for a couple of weeks, so I figured we need to get back in. So those people who are brand new, this is Pro Wrestling Simulator. It's basically wrestling meets Football Manager. And we run the TJWF, which is the Tony Jameson Wrestling Federation. If you are a follower, then you get to have a say in storylines. If you're a subscriber, or whether on Twitch or on Amazon Prime, you get to be part of the actual roster. So let's be honest, there's quite a bit going on. It's fun. It's play with viewers. It's happening right now. So shall we just do it? I think we should probably just delve in, shouldn't we? Let's go and have a bit of time, shall we? Let's go and see the old TJWF. Right, welcome one and all. Welcome. Loads of people already dropping in over on TikTok. If you are brand new on TikTok, please remember to, of course, drop a follow. I mean, much appreciated. We smashed the numbers last night, which is awesome. Fairchild's already dropped a follow on Twitch, which is very, very kind indeed. Thank you for that. Lawrence here. Andra's in. FM No Casuals is in. We've got Rougeau over here. We've got Townsend. We've got, who else is there? James, Lucifer, Matt, Hazy's dead. Loads of people popping their heads in to say hello. Dutch is there, Patrick's there, Matt's there. So basically what it is, so let's say this is, if you've not seen this game before, think wrestling meets Football Manager. That's the easiest way to describe it, okay? And we have got, so this is us here, this is the TJ Wrestling Federation. We're a small regional federation, okay? We're 1 month into our tenure. We've already had TJ Mania, which was fantastic. We've crowned our champion. Fairchild's come over from TikTok. This sounds class. Yes, Fairchild. That's how you do it. If you're watching it on TikTok and you love the idea of it and you want to see it all in full screen, get yourself over to Twitch. That's what you need to do. So come and make yourselves comfortable. MS is in. Kieran's there as well. So welcome, of course, to everybody. Basically, we plan everything. So this is our roster, right? So this is our roster here. So this is our one of our tag champs. This is Zeep, Dan. They're our moderators, so they're part of the Nation of Moderation. So, of course, we'll explain what happens as we go through there. Elias Durand is our current champion. He's the world heavyweight champion. Meredith Glover is the women's champion. Now, we're not sure which one Meredith is in this in this screen here. She is one of them, AI-generated women's champion. She is the current women's title holder. And we've got some, we can develop the feuds, we can develop storylines, as you see here. If I click their storylines, then you've got the storylines we're trying to push. So we're trying to get Harry Sloan over. We want to get him a title at some point. He's a bit of an underdog character, so we're trying to build him up. Natalia is going to challenge Meredith and is constantly challenging Meredith. We want her to win the title eventually. So that's the long-term story planning for that one. The Nation of Moderation are just kind of going around knacking people and being in charge. So that we have a story where they anger people and get involved. So that's a story. And then we've got Elias's title reign, which involves Max Walker, who's like about 75, like an aging alcoholic who wants a title run himself back in June. So, in June, so leading up. So he needs to win the title at some point. And Alessio Lorenko as well is also part of that. Mean Man's in, Tut's in, nice to see you all. And then Max has to win the title, as we said there, before July. So this, of course, shows all the interactions that happen within the sort of the storyline build-up, so little plot lines that can happen. So when you're planning your long-term story, you can be like, that happened. Let's get it all, tie it all nicely in a bow. So welcome, of course, to everyone who is in for the first time. If you've never been here before, feel free to drop a follow. That'd be much appreciated. We usually stream, I'll give you the full breakdown of the schedules, right? Monday night is Minecraft. Tuesday night is a night off for now. Might be Memoropoulos after last night, to be honest. Wednesday is Football Manager. Thursday, I record the FM Show podcast with myself, RDF Tactics and Simon Maggio. Friday is Football Manager. Saturdays, nothing at the minute. Might be Memoropoulos. And Sundays is the Pro Wrestling Sim with the TJ Federation. We do stuff on YouTube as a gaming channel as well. And that's about me. So if that seems like your sort of vibe, drop a follow. We've got Discord links as well, which of course you can have in the chat, definitely in Twitch. I'm sure I can do it over there on Discord, on TikTok as well. So I'll pop you a little Discord link. Come and join us. Come and hang out. So I should probably explain it all then. Right, let's go with this. Okay, so here's our front office. So 6 days away from the next Sunday Slam. Okay, that's our weekly show, the TJWF Sunday Slam. We've also got our pay-per-view, second pay-per-view, or premium live event, I suppose, if you're a WWE fanatic. It will be a premium. This is our second. This is called Knee Blasties. We had the TJ Mania event a month ago. We're now in Knee Blasties. That's our next one, where ultimately we're trying to book. In fact, actually, what I should probably do is I should probably book some more shows, some more events. So we've got our annual event. So first Saturday in February, first Saturday in March. Probably add another one, I'm guessing, really. How do I create an event there? So we want another month, another annual event. So April, Jack Dobson in with a follow on TikTok. Thank you, Jack. Very kind. Appreciate that. You absolute legend, you. So we'll do Saturday events, 1.5 hours. Anyone who's brand new, if you drop follows or whatever, fire me up with some event names as well. That's what we need. We need names for premium live events. Some cool names, okay? I don't want things like, the Royal Rumble, lads and chairs and that sort of stuff. I want, like, some fun things. Don't put, Harry Kane wins a trophy. That's not Spursy being Spursy. Maybe we'll do that, actually. maybe there'll be loads of maybe there'll be no titles on the line and we'll do a Spursy event. Come on, Tony. You're just encouraging people now. Right, this is going to be called the... for now, I'm going to call it the Easter Banquet. Right, okay? We'll change it. We'll change it. So first Saturday in April, and then we're going to have another one in May. Okay, first Saturday in May. May the Saturday be with you. Again, we'll update that as we go through. Okay, Arthur's in on TikTok as well. Nice to see you. June. Can have another one. So yeah, so we're going to try and book some long-term plans as well. Do you know what I hate? Right. Okay, and then we'll do a July one. Just for now. Okay. July, Mad Lie, Deep Lie. And that can be in Birmingham, possibly. Okay, so we have to do all these in Europe as well. We want to do this in the UK. I should probably have done... We could have done them all in Vatican City, couldn't we? Although, to be honest, in the Discord last week, there was a... Can we do a Popes on a pole match? And it's like, nope. A little bit too close. So, yeah, we're not going to do that at the minute. We're not doing an event in the Ukraine just yet. We could do one in Scandinavia. That would be fun. Maybe at some point we do a Scandinavian sellout show. Yeah, go over there. So, right. So let's head back then to the office. Okay, so Sunday Slam. Let's show you what's happened previously, shall we? We sold 1,000 tickets in our last show. Where's the notes on events? Can we get the updates on what happened? I saw this last week. Event history. Right. Okay. And we're getting into February time. So Sunday Slam, 45% overall reaction. Not great, if I'm honest, to be honest. 45% is not brilliant. Fredrickson's in. Michael Cheel's in. Nice to see you all. Jamie's here as well. Welcome in, of course, if you're over on TikTok there. So the cards start like this. So we start with an angle that involved Elias Durand and Elijah Sullivan. That was a 60% segment, so the people were happy enough with that. Then Airborne took on Riot McBain. Riot McBain won by pinfall. Natalia took on Yuritsa Wheeler, got the pin. Fans weren't particularly bothered about that, to be honest. Then Meredith Glover turned up, so again, challenging again Natalia. Now these two had it. Back at TJ Mania. Right, now long-term plan is for Natalia to win the title. She's a face, Meredith is the heel. So we want Natalia to win the title eventually. Mrs. J is in on TikTok. Here we go. Speaking of people who are going to become champions at some point, Mrs. J is going to win a title. And you know what? Try and take it off her. I challenge you. Open challenge right now. Who wants to beat Mrs. J for the women's title that she doesn't have yet? Right? There's the question. There's the question right there. There was it's a fix. It's a fix, says Ruscio, who is the leader of the Nation of Moderation, who have the tag team titles. I mean, do you know what I mean? Nepotism reigns supreme. The FM team versus Luffy and Gudja. Rich Owens won that match, got the pinfall there. Harry Sloan beat Yanis. There was an angle with Harry Sloan and Henry Lewis. Then Max Walker submitted out Alessio. Elias beat Elijah. And then Lulu, Booster, and Meredith took on a tag team match against Samiko Saito and Tatiana Flowers. And then it ended with Natalia and Meredith staring down. So, bit of work there. Bit of work. The music on TikTok is really loud. I mean, I don't know how to fix that, Mrs. J. Does that work? Has that turned it down a little bit? Evening, Fazli here, scrolling on TikTok, got the stream on FYP. Yes, Zelon, how are we? There we go. I've turned it down a little bit now, Mrs. J. Is it better? Let me see if I can turn it down a wee bit. Is it any good? Tell me, by the way, if the music is too loud on TikTok. If people could tell me that'd be lovely. Because it's blasting out in my ears over here, but then again, I control it in my head. It is better. Good. Thank you, Mrs. J. Thank you very much. And of course, if you're on TikTok, you now know what Mrs. J is actually called. So just putting it out there. By the way, no, it's not better. It's loud. Right. I don't know what you want me to do then. I'm trying. Sound effects not there. I mean, I'm not one for technical things, am I? That's the problem. So, unless I turn it down here, possibly sound the Jeb alarm. No, I can do this on my own. I'm a real boy. Honestly, I am. I'm sure I am. I should say as well, by the way, I think I'm on the... you don't seem to have the right scene, so let me just quickly link that. Okay. Okay, is that now showing as a linked scene? It's not, is it? Hang on. Sorry, admin here. Just very quickly. No, it's not done it. There we go. That's better. Right. Okay. Is this better now? Can I get Wrestling Meets Football Manager? Colour me intrigued. Yes, Adam Gibson. Now we're talking. This is where we go. Is this better? Can you see it all now? Apologies everyone who's been on TikTok before. Pointed out going, TJ, we've not even spoken about what you're on about here. This is what we've got then. This right here is what you can see. He added some changes and I've ruined it. So basically what it is, Adam, is, as we say there, so this is the interface. We run the Tony Jameson Wrestling Federation, okay, a company of our own. We're in charge of it, and all we do is we book the shows. We don't see any of the wrestling. We don't see how the show works out. We don't have anything to do with the actual matches themselves, other than we book how it looks and how it runs. And ultimately, the fans decide whether it's good or not, and that's where we are. And if you're a subscriber on Twitch or via Prime, you get to be part of the roster. Okay, so I don't know how it works with TikTok. There might be a way in where there's some sort of like numeration thing. I don't know. But at the minute, I haven't worked that out yet. So you have to come across to Twitch to do all that, to see it full screen as well. But yeah, we need to book the show. So let's book the show then. Sunday Slam. I think we need to start with the women, right? So Meredith is going to have to start the show, having given the fact that, how did that finish? We did say that finished with the, sorry, this is the problem with not doing this regularly. I've got to keep going back and check how the shows went and ended, didn't it? So Natalia and Meredith, right. Oh, we all know this is going to happen, don't we? At Knee Blasties, don't we? So entrance is going to be Natalia. Okay, coming out. Tony Jameson FM on Twitch. That's the one. That's the one, Adam. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, on our way. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make yourself comfortable. Dan's in over on Twitch as well. Part of one of the tag team champions right now. You know what? Let's do. So we're gonna have Natalia's gonna enter. Okay, have I got Natalia's entrance already? Right, cancel that. Let's put this in properly. G's in on the follow. Welcome, welcome. I presume that might be Adam from TikTok. So nice to have you here, if that's the situation. Add the story beats. This is how we do it. So entrance, we're going to get Natalia's going to open the show, right? Her entrance is going to happen there. So normal entrance, in we come. You can, of course, make this bigger as well. Especially when you do like pay-per-views and that. You can like pay for extravagant entrances and like high spots and stuff. Basnet's in. Yes, Basnet. Like, mate, you loved Memoropolis yesterday. You'll be all over Pro Wrestling Sim. If you've not played it before, this is the game for you, buddy. Genuinely. Like, I'm sure you must have played it by now. You must have done it. But yeah, G's over here. So thank you very much, G, for being part of that. Let's get an interview, shall we? I'm gonna interview Natalia, right? Okay, TJ's in. We haven't got anyone on a backstage announcement just yet. Is it on Mac? It's on Steam, so potentially it might be. It's only like 12 quid at the minute, I think, as well. So definitely worth having a little nosy about and just seeing what you can do. But yeah, I've been sat hovering my fingers over it for a while, thinking, do I? And yeah, I've eventually decided, you know what, go for it. I was writing a new show. Guess there's always next year. I mean, shows can come and go, hasn't it? You know what I mean? All you got to do, right? Ask someone what they do for a living, and then make a little joke, get an act on. That's all you got to do. Yeah, everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. But good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope your holiday was good, by the way, as well. So let's have a little interview there about Meredith. 4 minutes. Let's do, because we're only booking a 60-minute show. Let's do a 4-minute interview. No, 3-minute interview. Okay. Then we'll have Meredith's entrance. Okay. And I feel like we've probably had stuff like this before. we'll have a war of words. Okay. War of words between the two of them. Okay, so 3 minutes on that. And then I'm going to set the match. Okay. And we'll set it now for knee blasties, right? So we know it's going to happen. Okay? Okay, so Natalya opens the show. There's an interview segment. We could do with another interview, by the way, another backstage wrestling simulator ruined my life. Already on it, Basnet. Don't you worry about that. I've got all avenues covered. I'm not a dafty. Come on. There's an interview taking place with TJ, who asks whether Natalya believes that she can win the women's championship. Meredith's music. God. So the problem with this is the biggest problem I've got with this game is my ability to type. Okay, so if you're watching me going, oh God, TJ can't write. Yeah, can't. Meredith's music hits. She makes her way to the ring. The pair verbally spar. Okay. TJ announces that the pair will fight for the women's championship at Knee Blasties. Okay, now the only thing I don't know about this is whether or not actually, should we have a contract signing? Would that potentially give it more gravitas? Because normally they don't particularly care, do they? The fans don't care about, like, you know, match announcements. So let's contract it, okay? Okay. The contract is signed. The match is official. The pair stare down. Okay, and then there's a stare down. Okay. Right. So that's our opening segment. Okay. Fully engaged. Right. Big angle. 11 minutes. We're setting this up. Okay. This is going to be the women's match is going to go to Knee Blasties. Right. What I want Natalya to win the title. Really. I mean, in theory, we should probably make her lose one more and really build. But I think we could potentially get the title on her early doors. So we put angle involving Natalya and Meredith. Title match at Knee Blasties. Right. Okay. Again, let me know if you think we need to change that ending, and whether or not that title match should change hands. Match gimmick. There's no gimmick at this point. This is just for the women's title. Okay. At the minute, could we have it as an automatic? Let's see. Let's see, shall we? What do we think over on TikTok? Let us know if you're in there. What are we thinking? Should we change women's title hands? I don't really know. Possibly. Let's have a think. Right. So we've had a good bit of sort of like back and forths there. We need a match. Okay? And what I quite like is Harry Sloan. Harry Sloan's got vibes for me, you know? I'm wondering whether or not he comes out now, or whether Airborne comes out. Let's do that. Let's add a match. Okay? So we're going to put Airborne versus Elijah Sutherland? Whereas Harry Sloan, maybe. Who have these two previously fought against? Because this is the thing, I've got to obviously keep notes as to what goes on, because that keeps the interest going in the... it was Airborne and Riot McBain, wasn't it? Riot McBain, main event, face. How about we have Airborne versus Max Walker? That could be interesting. Okay, now what have they got? Wrestling skills 46. Wrestling skill 80. Entertainment's only 25. So maybe not the best match to go on. Again, as well, same with Marlon Frost. Harry Sloan hasn't really got it. Elijah Sutherland is heel versus heel. I feel like Elias Durand and Max Walker need to be having another go. That's the thing. Alessio's not that good either. We've got a lot of quite bad wrestlers, to be honest, so we might need to start moving a few people out. You know what I mean? So if there's anybody who wants to be part of the new federation, then get in touch. Yeah, we can certainly get you on the roster. You know, Twigs has just popped up. Hello, Twigs. Airborne versus Riot McBain again. I think we've already seen that. That's the thing. You know what I mean? We don't want to see the same things all the time. Airborne versus Elijah Sutherland. Maybe even versus Elijah Sutherland. That might possibly work. Upper mid card against each other. 5 minutes. Might be okay. That could possibly work. And realistically, we've just got it's a wrestler, isn't it? Actually, you know what? Elijah versus Harry. Airborne versus Harry, sorry. Right. Sorry, Henry. Give them a 5 minute match, right? They can work that one out. Let's give Henry the win. Via pinfall. Okay. Purpose is to make Henry look good, actually. Okay. So this match is set up to showcase the abilities of Henry Lewis. Airborne is riding a wave of popularity. Do you want it to look good, or do you want to... What can they do? Can they work together? Wrestling skill 80. Wrestling skill 70. If they have good enough wrestling skill, they'll push themselves to create a better match. You know what? Let's try, actually. Let's go for a show stealer, right? Okay. Should work to steal the show. Because they are both technical wrestlers. Can we add a third in, actually, to make that an interesting match? Lars is a bit crap. We might have to release Lars. Jeb Uso's not great. Riot McBain. It's 46ers. That's not going to really fly in this sort of environment. Yanis. It's not going to happen. Elijah. Can we put that in? Can we have a triple threat match? What's this, and is it as good as TEW, asks Dale. So this is Pro Wrestling Simulator, and it's basically Football Manager meets wrestling. Is it better than TEW? I don't know. I've not played TEW, I must admit. But yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's very, very good, to be honest. I quite like it. I'm going to stick this as a two-person match, one-on-one. I have just seen Elijah there. I want Elijah and Harry to possibly go at it later on. So that could be a thing. Yeah. So let's keep it as a one-on-one at this point. We want to have another match with Alessandro Keith and Marlon Frost. Maybe Riot McBain. Let's do face versus face at this point. Yeah, I need to try and think of something that's going to be of long-term interest at this point, because there's a couple of storylines that aren't quite overlapping at this point, but we do just need some matches that, sometimes we just have to put some matches in to get things going, don't we? A little 4-minute, nothing crazy. There's no major chemistry between these two. But let's get McBain to win, okay? Because he's been on a bit of a tear up so far. Okay, again another pinfall. We want McBain to look good. Straight up 1v1. Might have a plan for long-term stories. Could just be a filler match. We haven't decided yet. Okay, we haven't decided with this one. Let's more in time. Right, Alessandro can't start. Okay. Let's put Elijah in there then. Actually, I quite like Elijah. Let's have Marlon Frost goes in there. Okay. $60 for wrestling, 46 for wrestling, right? Yeah, let's give it to Riot McBain for tonight. Okay, we want another tag match, don't we? Really? So it's got to be. I think it's got to be the usual lot. It's got to be the FM team versus the Nation of Moderation. Okay, so another title defense. But I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to give them now, do we give them something different? You know what? I've got a plan. Well, I've got a different plan, actually. I've got a different plan. I'm going to have Rich Owens versus Dave Goodger. Okay? As a singles match. Okay? But it's going to have a gimmick. It's going to be Falls Count Anywhere. Have we got Falls Count Anywhere? No DQ? Let's go for no DQ. Okay? Because what I want to do is I want to book it so that there's a triple threat at Knee Blasties, and we're going to have titles. I either want titles on a ladder, or I want tables, ladders, and chairs with the 3 tag teams going at it. Right? So this is what we're going to do. So it's going to be Rich Owens is going to win. Okay. Rich Owens is going to win because he's on a bit of a run at the minute. Okay, Killian's in. Welcome, Killian. How are you, buddy? And that's going to come from outside interference, possibly. Dusty DQ. Person wins the match when the referee would overturn the decision. Killian's on the follows. Thank you, Killian. Very kind indeed. Thank you. If you are over on TikTok, by the way, and you're brand new, MG as well has just dropped the same thing. Appreciate that. Very kind. Yeah, if you are part of the TikTok crew, please drop follows. You much appreciate it. And of course on Twitch as well. That'd be lovely. I genuinely appreciate it. It's very, very kind indeed. Thank you very much for the support. Winner makes use of illegal objects to gain an advantage while the referee is distracted. Prop breakage. I sort of feel like distraction finisher. Competitor is distracted usually by music and the wrestler or shenanigans inside the ring leading to a loss. No, let's go outside interference. Right. Goodger's going to lose. Okay. But outside interference is going to be pretty much everybody. Okay. Okay, so ringside workers are going to be Jeb. There's going to be Luffy. Of course, Luffy and Goodger. Dan and Zeep. Okay. Purpose is going to be I'm going to make Owens look good, right? Okay. Okay. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have Rich use an illegal object when the ref's distracted. Let's go for it. Okay, it's a no DQ match, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. I want everybody to interfere. Dan, Zeep, Jeb, Luffy, just chaos, right? And maybe even a major spot. Right, let's have a major spot, because Rich seems to like a major spot. Okay? Give them 7 minutes. Okay? This match is meant to be chaotic and to set up a triple threat for the tag titles at Knee Blasties, which will be tables, ladders, and which will be okay, and I just want it. I want it a bit. I want to try and raise the stakes a little bit. You just batter each other, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so let's hope that comes in and can be something. That can be something. We've got 13 minutes left. I want an angle that is an Elias promo. Is he going to challenge? So what? Let's cut it on Max. Okay, let's just do that. We can have a 3-minute promo there. We want a match at the end, which is Max versus Harry Sloan, possibly. Let's do Harry Sloan, and then he can sort of beat down Harry Sloan. Is there a long term? Is there a long term? No, it's Alessio really that needs to be involved in this, isn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Right. Versus Harry Sloan. Killian's in on the Twitch. He's come from TikTok. Appreciate Killian. Very kind. Appreciate the follow. Finn Rob's here as well. I want Harry Sloan actually to win this one. I want to win by flash pinfall. Okay. I want Harry to look good. Okay. We need to start moving Harry up the board. Can we do chaotic? Have they got popularity entertainment? We haven't got entertainment, have we? Let's do a major spot, right? Workers involved should be Harry, right? Okay. This match is set up to give Harry a boost in popularity, as we hope to give him the title in the long term. Okay. Walker's unhappy with the result of the match. It needs to be... I mean... See, the thing is, like, Max now wants to flash pinfall. Is he unhappy about the fact he's losing? I mean, do you want to win by a count out? Would that work? All right, Max wants to win. Right, okay. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's do that, but let's have it as a screwy finish, right? Okay, so we're going to have a cheap finish. Let's do... Competitor loses by disqualification due to uncontrollable aggression. That could work. That sets up Max getting a bit angry, doesn't it? Actually, no, it's going to have to be... It's going to have to go the other way, isn't it? So... Would he be happy with that? No, right, okay. So Max wants to win. Right, let's do a cheap pin then from Max, right? Okay, that's how it's got to be, hasn't it? Jordan's in, Jack's in. Nice to see you all over on TikTok. Tommy, what game are we playing? We're playing Pro Wrestling Simulator, Tommy. It's basically Football Manager meets wrestling. And we get to plot and plan and book wrestling matches and shows and pay-per-views. And this is the TJWF. This is my Wrestling Federation, which we're in charge of. And if you're a subscriber on Twitch and you sort of pay the subscription or Amazon Prime, then you get to be in the roster. It is on Steam, actually. It's about 12 quid at the minute, so it's quite a reasonable price, actually, to be honest. So, yeah, check it out. It's available on PC and Mac as well. I love it. It's a really, really fun game. What's that? So, Max wins to keep his momentum leading into knee blasties. Right, I feel like we've got maybe too many weeks between now and the pay-per-view, by the way. So 6 minutes worth of show still to book. We haven't put we still need to put the women's match in as well. Robbie Elliott, Pro Wrestling Simulator. Robbie Elliott, that's what we're doing. Robbie Elliott. I'm presuming that's not former Newcastle United defender Robbie Elliott, but Robbie Elliott on TikTok. We're playing Pro Wrestling Simulator. Football Manager meets wrestling. Best way to describe this game. Nice and simple. You book all the shows, and yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I would heartily recommend you get involved in it. What do we need now? We need Lulu Booster, actually, don't we? We need Lulu Booster in there to basically beat down on some of the talent that aren't particularly very good at the minute. Where can I get it? It's on Steam. It's on Steam. And yeah, I would recommend just going and having a little nosy about. You can certainly get it there. I think it's about 12 quid at the minute. Let's have a win by submission, actually. Can they steal the show? They might be able to. Enormous popularity and good wrestling skills. Not great popularity, but they've got good wrestling skills. What about steal the show? Let's put steal the show, okay? And you know what? I'm going to give them a little bit longer. I'm going to give them 7 minutes. Let's have another major spot as well. Let's probably try and like boost this show up, shall we? Love it, love the content as well. Robbie, you're an absolute star legend. Thank you very much, my friend. If you haven't dropped a follow on TikTok, by the way, please do so. And if you haven't done it over on Twitch, do it on Twitch as well. You're an absolute top person. Thank you very much for that. Lulu is here to make her in-ring debut. She is showcasing her wrestling abilities against one of the best workers on the women's roster. This could be a decent rivalry, actually. Okay, if this works, this could be good. Okay, so let's take a couple of minutes off a few things, right? Save that angle there. That takes us back down. Can even Gudger, how are you, buddy? Are you champion yet? Almost Gudger, and by that I mean no, but maybe you never know. Right, is the Lulu Buster match going to win? Like, I feel as though they can do it. I want to give them closing the show. Max and Harry are going to go early. You're in a no DQ match against Rich Owens tonight, so that's going to be quite good. Let's see how that works. Okay? Right. I think that's the show. I'm going with it. Women are opening, women are closing. Okay? Emily Williams leaves BCW. Okay. Is there Is there someone in there that we can have a look at bringing in? Isaac's dropped a follow. Appreciate you, Isaac, over on TikTok. Very kind indeed. Have at least beaten the hairy fraud, Rich Owens. We're trying to work that out. So Emily Williams, right? Let's work out what Emily Williams is up to, shall we? Okay. Entertainer wrestler. Do you know what? Lower mid card face. Yeah. Let's get her in. Right? She's just been released from BCW, which is British Championship Wrestling, so we'll maybe look to bring her in. Okay? Well, quite a big roster now, 28. We're going to have to get rid of a few people, I reckon, but we'll get a new wrestler in there. She might not debut straight away. Yeah. Nasty Nate Barker. BCW have made an offer for Olivia Martinez. Holden Hughes has entered the wrestling world. And Sota Sakamoto. Where's Holden Hughes? He doesn't look great, does he? Sota Sakamoto. Nah. Not one for us. I do like the fact they're bringing new gens, though, which is quite good, into the world. So, right, 3 days away now from our Sunday Slam. Takada has left. Okay. I've literally gone with the fact that he sounds like he should be good. Oh, I think he's already joined someone else. He's gone to Warrior Wrestling. Yeah, he's not going to be part of that, is it? Big Stella, what game is it? It's Pro Wrestling Simulator, Big Stella. It's basically, the easy way I describe it, it's Football Manager meets wrestling, basically. So WWE 25 versus Football Manager 25. So it's good fun. It's great. Tried playing this and it was so in depth. It was actually hard to get into, says Abs. I see. I play Football Manager though, so I'm used to having something that's this in depth and not actually having any creative control on it. So, so this is where we are then. But yeah, if you want to see the full screen, you want to see it all, then come of course over onto Twitch and see us there. But if not, hang out on TikTok. Drop us a follow as well. By the way, if you're over there on TikTok and you're brand new, we stream Minecraft on a Monday. We stream. Well, we don't just stream on a Tuesday, but we did Memoriopolis. Big Stella, appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed. We streamed Memoriopolis last night, and it was class. So much fun. We blew up on TikTok on it last night, so we almost did it again tonight. So we do that, Memoriopolis. Then Wednesdays and Fridays are Football Manager. Saturdays are kind of nothing at the minute. And then Sundays are Pro Wrestling Sim. So, Abs, I play Football Manager 2, more knowledge about football than wrestling. Well, join the club and then check out the FM Show podcast then if you haven't done that as well, because I have a podcast with myself and RDF Tactics and Cy Maggio. So if you haven't listened to the podcast, go and get yourselves involved. I should just pop the link into the chat on TikTok. There we go. Big Stella in with that follow. Appreciate you. Meant to ask, how was Burning the World down? Do you know what, Gudja? So good. So good. I don't know if Rugio's still here or not, or Dan or Zeep or whatever. They might be able to tell you. But I think it was quite good. I think I did all right. Right, let's have a quick little check. I'm going to change my camera. 2 seconds. On the main screen. So let's just do this possibly. Right, you might be able to see a little bit more. Right, let's start the show. Sunday Slam is happening. Let's not put you there. Let's put us there possibly. There we go. That's better. Right, Here we go. Chris is in. So the show kicks off. Natalia, TJ, and Meredith. So Natalia makes her entrance. 79% reaction from the crowd. Natalia is then interviewed. Yes, Etienne. Appreciate the follow on TikTok there. Elaine's in as well. Dropping sorry, it's Elaine. It's Etienne there. AA Ron's in as well. Nice to see you all. So Natalia interviewed by my good self here. Then Meredith makes her entrance. Natalia and then Meredith start engaging in a bit of verbal back and forth. TJ makes a match involving Natalia and Meredith. Nobody cares. There's a contract signing though, so that's good. 79%, and then there's a stare down, 71%. So overall, 67%. You now get to see the breakdown of the scores because I've moved me big stupid head out of the way. So that's a nice start to the show. Okay. We then have Riot McBain versus Marlon Frost. McBain gets a better reaction because he's riding his wave of momentum. Backstage morale still not working. I don't know why. I've given them better sandwiches. Riot McBain looked like a threat. That was good, but the match, that's a dud overall. So not good. Didn't really work. 2-star match though from Airborne and Henry Lewis. By aiming to steal the show, the workers upped their game. Hey, look at that. Henry had a boost to his performance because of his gimmick. Airborne did the heavy lifting, put the match together. Crowd reaction, 76%. So they like that. Overall, the show's at 56, but the crowd loved it. 2 stars. Sounds a lot like one of my Edinburgh reviews. Joe on TikTok says, remember when you did the Banbridge Town Save? I do, Joe. I do. I loved it. So much fun. I got interviewed in the Banbridge local radio for that as well. It was cool. Kept getting the players coming in the stream. It was brilliant. Elias Durand and Max Walker cut a promo which was 62%. So loved that. That was good. Then we get to the Rich Owens Dave Goodger match. It's a bit of a chaotic one. So let's see what happens. Major Spot brought the match to another level. The Big Spot had the crowd on their feet. The finish hurt the match quality. Maybe Owens and Goodger have got a bit of a thing going on. Rich was made to look like a threat and it helped the popularity. 72% reaction from the crowd. Half a star match. Rich Owens wins. Potentially due to multiple interferences, but yeah, right. Rich and Goodger, they're going to go at it. Big Daddy Merc, appreciate the follow. Joe's in on the follow. That's very kind indeed. Might need you to take over in real life. Oh dear, is it not going well? To be fair, the reason I took over the job was once I realised was like, ooh, turns out that's not the rationale for a manager's job to be vacant, but never mind. We move. Max and Harry kicking off the sort of second to last match, the penultimate match. Major Spot brings the match to another level. Max has got a bit of a boost. The Big Spot worked nicely. Max and Harry have bad chemistry. Yeah, that's true. And the finish is a bit off. So, yeah, not a good one. But Lulu Booster, they finished 10th, were close to relegation for a while. I mean, at least they're not relegated. That's the main thing, right? That's the main thing. Lulu Booster, they have the show stealer. The Major Spot works. They struggled for breath after 7 minutes, but the big spot worked. 2.5 stars. They seemed happy enough. 45. Right, 45%. It's not great, but some things that worked. Right, Lulu Booster and Samiko can clearly work. Okay, Lulu and Samiko works. Rich and Goodger works. Elias and Max works, which of course we know. Right, okay. Interesting. Let's work on our next. I mean, we've sold out again, though. That's good. Do you know what I mean? This is decent. So we've sold out 2 shows back to back. Max Walker's contract is going to expire in 32 days. I mean, he wants a title in July, so he's going to be. I presume he's going to want a contract before then. We've got another Sunday Slam. In fact, we've got 2 Sunday Slams, and then we've got knee blasties. Okay, so we can hopefully have the pay-per-view tonight. In fact, let's make sure the pay-per-view happens, because everybody wants to see the pay-per-view, don't they? Really. So let's have Max Walker versus Elias for the title. Okay, that's what it's all about. Is there a gimmick? Last man standing? I don't think they've got the ability to do a last man standing. Battle Royale. Elimination occurs by throwing opponent off the ropes. Barbed wire matches, casket matches, first blood. I quit. I am on a pole. Ladder match. Rumble, scaffold. A match involving a large scaffold match. TLC. Texas Death Match. Right, okay. I'm going to give Elias an elaborate... Should I give Elias an elaborate entrance? Maybe not. Let's make sure there's a big spot in there, okay? Elias has to win, I think. Okay. I'm also going to add a TLC. Okay. So all the titles are on the line. Okay. But I don't know whether or not we need... Do we need a TLC? Maybe we do. I mean, look, we're selling stuff, aren't we? Really. I guess the question was going to be: are we building up an actual rivalry elsewhere for other people? Where's Gudja? Gudja's over there. It's Luffy, isn't it? Luffy and Gudja. There we go. Charlie sharing the live. Yes, thank you. Can we make history? I don't think we can. I don't think any of them are good enough to make history. Really, as much as I love you all, like I don't think in terms of the no specific match, right? Match gimmick, TLC, okay. Or should we have the items on a pole? No, just TLC, just absolute battering. Archie, my name is Retup. Welcome in. What are these games called? So this is the Pro Wrestling Simulator. Okay, Pro Wrestling Sim. And it's basically Football Manager meets wrestling. Okay? And it's great. It's really good because just loads of fun things happen. Yeah, you book all the matches, you book all the shows, and then that seems to be where you go. You get on Steam, my friend. Get on Steam. Are you the CEO of wrestling? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You run your own wrestling promotion. So does it have real wrestlers? You can download the WWE mod. There is a mod on there, and I've started doing some stuff on YouTube where we do a WWE version of this. So yes, you can get that. So on the TJ Gaming channel, you'll be able to see me rebooking the WWE going forward. But this for me is all like sort of fantasy wrestlers, and I use it for my community. So anyone who's like subscribes on Twitch or is a Amazon Prime member, they get to be in the actual roster. I don't know how we do that with regards to TikTok. You might have to come across to Twitch and sub on Twitch to get in the roster. But again, I'm happy to sort of take booking ideas and angle ideas from people. So chuck things out and see what we come up with. Let's have a gruesome spot in there, shall we? This spot will involve fire. Ooh. Pyrotechnics and explosions. There's a great chance of something going wrong. Cost of 50 grand to do something bad. Maybe not a gruesome spot. Maybe major set piece such as vehicle or arena decor. Includes stunt safety team. Yeah, go on. Let's get the safety team involved in this one. A chance of something going wrong sounds class. Yeah, I think it does indeed, doesn't it? Dan, yeah, do you want to pin the comment? Pro Wrestling Simulator is what we're playing here. I feel like maybe do we have Ruggiero, because Ruggio's not even been involved properly, and neither's Rogi. They're just outside muscle, really, to be honest. Okay, let's make Rich look good, shall we? Okay, not a mod on TikTok. Oh, you're not? Is that not a thing? Is it not? This game is Pro Wrestling Sim. Basically, FM meets wrestling. My Twitch is Tony Jameson FM. So if you search that, you can find us over there. It's me right there. Hello. And then, of course, you get to see everything on screen as well. Let's move us back to this one here. There we go. There we go. Right. I'm going to stand in the shadows when I get involved when necessary. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put an angle the way you start to get involved, Ruggiero. You're going to start getting matches. Right. And it's for the tag team titles. Okay. And obviously, did the Nation win? Do you know what? I'm tempted to leave that as it is and see what happens. Because I wonder what would happen if I do leave it there. Let's make Natalia look good. Let's get Natalia to win the women's match. She can win on a roll-up. Do you reckon? That's how you win. That's how you win a women's title, isn't it? Or any title match can be won on a roll-up. And then what we can do is we can have Natalia then be set for a long-term plan against maybe Lulu Booster, possibly. We'll see. Right. So that's us starting to book for the main show. Right. Let's not have an angle at the start. Should we want an angle at the start? Actually, it can be a brawl first of all. Max Walker can be beaten up by... Actually, no, not Max. Elias. Okay. Can be beaten up by Max Walker. And Alessio. And Alessio. An attack. Yeah, attack. And cancel. Right. Let's do this properly. Yeah, so we can have this sort of like building up. So we're not going to have Elias on the show this week. Okay, safe beat, and then Elias can have medical attention. Okay. Okay, so tonight's show starts with Max and Alessio attacking Elias. In an unprovoked attack. Elias is left requiring medical attention. Okay. I love Chelsea Green. It's my favourite game. I don't have a good enough laptop to play on it. Really? Like, I've not had a look at the specs, but I would have imagined that this is basically like running on a potato. I would imagine. I could be wrong. Right, let's add a match. Let's have Lulu Booster opening the show against Yuritsa Wheeler. Actually, no. Let's put her against Samiko again. Let's have another 7-minute. PWS can run an onion with a cable through it if you try hard enough. yeah. Unless you're trying to run this on a calculator or on then maybe a calculator would possibly struggle, but yeah. So this match is a continuation from last week's. Actually, do we want these two to wrestle again? I think we do in a sense, don't we? But Mike Simpsons is in UTG, baby. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. Do you want these two again? I don't want a squash match, do I? The pair put on a clinic last week, and therefore give the audience more of the same. This is good enough. You could get on in a snares. Okay. Maybe add an angle at that point at the end. Have an interview Shaquille possibly. And let's put it that right, Lulu wins, okay? Lulu wins the match. There's an interview in the ring. Lulu puts herself into the title picture. Okay, so it's a long-term plan then to put her in the title picture as well. Okay, don't know where that goes or when in the show, but we'll get ourselves in there somewhere. Okay, Orlando's going to get in there, is he, or is it going to be who's our other announcer? Shaquille. Actually, have me in there. Okay. Yeah. I'll get involved. Right. Then we want... should we see whether Rich can go? Do we go? Marlon Frost. Marlon Frost versus Henry. Did we have Marlon Frost versus Henry in the last match? I feel like maybe we did. Alessio can go in. Against Airborne. Did this match happen before? 80. 47. Did this match happen last week? Ollie, Bucky, Craig Marshall, we're playing Pro Wrestling Sim. Shout out over on TikTok. We're Pro Wrestling Sim. Basically, Football Manager meets wrestling. The plan is we have to book a wrestling promotion. So this is us trying to get our wrestling promotion up and running. Yeah. We are, how many weeks now? 6 weeks in, I think. And we're working towards our second pay-per-view. So it's very good. It's very good. I like it. It's quite in depth, which but also like it's in depth but not, if that makes sense. You know, you can sort of like scrape by if you want to. There's loads of stuff you can do and just have things running automatically. But if you want to start getting into it a bit more, then of course you absolutely can as well. So let's just say that for now. I'm not sure whether or not I want Alessio and Airborne as part of the show or not. KJ Twilkins is in on the follow. Appreciate that. Very kind indeed. Bucky, do you get to watch the follows and the matches? You don't, unfortunately, Bucky. No. It's read out, so it's like a sort of scripted wrestling booker, to be honest. So yeah, unfortunately. So that's why it's like Football Manager, really, to be honest. Michael is in on the follow as well. Appreciate that, my friend. Very kind. Nice to see. I've been booking this with Gemini AI Google. It's very intriguing. Interesting. I've not done that before. I've not used the AI. Maybe I should. Jimmy Gray on the follow as well. Thank you, buddy. Very kind indeed. Village says this is actually how Triple H booked the entire War Games Judgment Day storyline. Just asking what matches happened last week. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I should be able to know. It's my thing. I should know, shouldn't I? It's literally just happened. What was it there? Airborne. It was Airborne versus Henry. Right, so it's not this week. Airborne versus Alessio. How do you play it? So basically, it's scripting, really, Jimmy. So we book in here, so I can edit these matches. I can sort of have a bit of a description as to what I think should go down, or like sort of any stories I want to start building between the two people, or whether there's overlapping arches or whatever. And then it generates in the background as to whether or not the booking's been successful. Ultimately, the plan is to become the best wrestling federation promotion in the world. How long that takes, I don't know. But it is on PC. It's on PC, it's on Mac, it's on Steam. It's about 12 quid on Steam, so if you want to have a look at it, go and check it out. It's cool. I really like it. This match is set up to... I've got Google AI Gemini, give me a rundown of story ideas, have a control a company. Nice. Let's say, I think I'm opening this up to Evil Retep. Welcome in, appreciate the follow from TikTok into Twitch. Very kind. To ride the wave of Airborne's momentum. I'm not sure where Airborne's going to go. Going on. Airborne, by the way, was someone who jumped into the stream at first and was like, "Hello, what's this?" to "I'm subscribed on Twitch. I now want to be part of the company." So it was like, it was the quickest thing you've ever done. It was very, very good. How could you expect to remember something from 10 minutes ago? Oh, honestly, Village, like my brain, as someone who is neurodivergent, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I just need to, yeah. I spend a lot of time trying to get things working, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard being me. I'm going to have Harry Sloan win this match, actually. Okay. I think with again, pinfall seems to be the way, doesn't it? If you like, it's the best total extreme wrestling. Same thing, but more in depth. A lot of people have said that TEW is very good. I've not played it myself, so I might have to go and have a check out of it. But yeah, this is one of those ones where I was like, I need to get something. Do you know what I mean? This has got some good mods in the Steam Workshop. It has this one has got the WWE mod as well, which I've got as part of the I've started to write stuff on YouTube for it. So yeah, if you want to see some more things that's more sort of specific to sort of WWE and things that you maybe know about, then yeah, that's going to be where you can see that. So head over to the TJ Gaming channel. Let's give that an automatic. Let's try and steal the show with this one, shall we? There's enough workers in there that could do it. TW is a big learning curve, though. Stick with it if you try. There's a 6-month demo. Oh, nice. Okay. Might have a little look at that. The main advantage is it's been around for longer. So the retro mods for the Attitude Era. I think there's Attitude Era mods here as well. I think. I don't know. I'm in the Discord for this, so I do keep my eyes peeled on it. So we'll see where it goes. I'm going to make Rich Owens do another major spot again. He's just going to be the guy who just does silly things. Welcome to Fatal 4-Way. We haven't really done gimmicks matches before, so let's start doing some of those, shall we? Have a falls count anywhere? Do we have falls count? Well, we must do, surely. Submission match. No DQ. Last man standing. Ladders. Items on a pole. Iron Man. Inferno. I quit. Elimination. Chamber. We're not going to do that, are we? Battle Royale. We could have a 4-person Battle Royale. Surely there's falls count anywhere. Street fight. No. All up to date mods. I'm currently running Monday Night Wars. Oh, nice. To win, each other's opponent must be individually eliminated. Yeah, you know what? Oh no, there's a huge fatigue on that. That's not going to be. No DQ. Yeah, you know what? Let's go no DQ. Why not? Welcome to a no DQ 4-way match. This feels a bit gimmicky, actually, but maybe it'll sort of get the crowd going. Possibly. Don't know. There are some workers who have popular runs. Rich is taking a high spot. Again, could start long-term rivalries. Could potentially do that. Good thing about the default database is because there have been so many ones that have been fledged out. G-Man, we've got the it's pinned up on TikTok there. We're playing pro wrestling simulator, so we're booking ourselves a wrestling company. Evening Casuals, how are you, buddy? Let's add another match. Well, Max Walker in there as well, possibly against, well, Harry Sloan's already in. Do we take him out? Actually, let's do that. Yeah, let's change the way it finishes, and we can have Elias interrupt. Right, let's try and get this then so that... Yeah, let's try and get that Max can lose now from... Actually, I don't want to lie there. Can I have it so that Max wins by DQ? For rage disqualification. Will he take it? Oh, he's unhappy. I'm trying to make him look angry. Exposed turnbuckle. That could work then, couldn't it? Right. Let's make it so that Max is being angry. Yeah. Okay, screwy finish. That could be the way to do it, couldn't it? Yeah. Finish is marred by an intentional referee corruption affecting the match's outcome. Hurts the match rating, hurts the crowd reaction though. Yeah. Then again, so does the turnbuckle, doesn't it? Weapons. I suppose maybe weapons as well could be a thing, couldn't it? We could sort of like, because I suppose if we're saying knee blasties, like the idea from when you were a kid, you don't want like the ball hit hard at your face because it's not really fair. So possibly knee blasties could be where things just get a little bit more violent and we start to do things that are a little bit more extreme. So it's kind of our version of Extreme Rules, maybe. I mean, we've already got a TLC match in there. Hardcore match, set someone on fire. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, this match is set up to build Max's rage and lust for the title. We want to show him snapping. I haven't seen the Monday Night Wars mod for this. Not yet, June. And I haven't seen. I've got the WWE mod that goes up to recent times. I've started putting that out on YouTube, but I've not seen the actual old ones yet. But there's some good stuff around. There's some really good stuff around. Snapping and using whatever he can find. Now, do I also have him then? I don't want him to do more attacking, that's the thing. unless we then have the angle there, the story beat, so it's another attack. Yeah, so this is like basically Max is going ballistic. Okay, beats down on Harry. At that point, Elias's music hits, and Elias chases Max out of the building. Yeah. Does that work? Possibly. Am I streaming anywhere else? Is it just TikTok? No, I'm on Twitch as well at the minute, Michael. So Tony Jameson FM over on Twitch. I'm also on TJ Gaming on YouTube as well. But Twitch is probably the best place to find it. So you can see everything then, you know. Yeah, so Max has lost it and attacks Harry. Elias's music hits. Even Sway, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Thank you for being here. G-Man's Pro Wrestling same. Yeah. Hits and he runs to the ring to save Harry by chasing Max out of the ring. Okay. So we're going to set up a bit of a sort of alliance really between Harry and Elias. 6 more minutes of content to fit in. Yes, Michael, nice to see you, buddy. Appreciate your Night Train. Thank you very much for being here. G-Man's in on the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Nightman's over here. Night Train, sorry. Nightman? The Nightman's here. The Nightman cometh. The Nightman's in on the follow. Appreciate you. I've just called him again. You know what? We're going to change it. You're not the Night Train anymore, which is one of my favourite Guns N' Roses tracks, but you're now going to be the Nightman. Get an electric chair match. God, could you imagine what the cost of energy prices? We can't have a electric chair match. Far too expensive. So we've got no DQs. We've got Alessio on Airborne. Harry versus Max. Lulu Busters in. Finally got where my name is from. Yes! Guns N' Roses fans. That's what I like. Excellent. It's very, very rare. It's very rare that I'm the one that picks up on the references. But thankfully, that reference is from the it's from the 80s. So I'm in. I'm involved. Let's add one more match. I reckon. I feel like Jebby Uso can have a bit of a mid-table nothing match. Really. Very rare is a massive understatement. It really is. Let's make Elijah win this one. Okay. Easy pin. Easy pinfall. It's a great song as well, isn't it? It really is a good song. Once a century is closer to the truth. Well, yeah. I tell you what, let's do a video because we've got Emily Williams is now on the roster, right? Okay. Or is coming onto the roster, so we can have an Emily Williams video can play. Okay, because they work quite nicely. What else do you want? Do you want another? Small. Copy, yeah, so chase away, right, okay, that's what I want. Yeah, right, okay, that's fine. Let's have a... Right, I've got Harry Sloan here. I've got Harry Sloan here. I don't want him to double work, do I? So can we take him off? Can we take him away from here? How does the game work? Basically, Ruben, we've got to book the shows. So we plan how the shows look, and we write the basically we write the stories essentially, and yeah, that's sort of where we get to be honest. It's like Football Manager in the fact you don't actually get to do anything. So, in fact, you don't get to sort of like be in control of anything. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. And then obviously we run the show, we then get a rating, and hopefully the output is fine and everyone's happy. Yeah. Right, let's go with that. That seems like a reasonable show for the Sunday Slam. Village, I have to say I'm thoroughly enjoying showing up to a stream of yours without Steve Sidwell abusing me. How? You and me both. I do love Sidders though. What a guy. What a guy he is. Much more relaxed. It is more relaxed. This is very, very relaxed around here. Right, let's keep going, shall we? Going to get close to the next Sunday Slam. Exclusive offers. We probably need to lock Max Walker down again for another contract. So let's see if he wants another one. Yeah, he's fine. He wants that contract. Good, because we need to give him the title at some point as well. Yeah. Bobby Ray Wright's left. Now is he now free? No, he's got a contract already. Of course he has. Of course he has. I might go through my roster actually and get a couple of people out as well. Rafael Gomez. He's got a new deal as well. Planning to build a company around Mohamed Vasilev. Ooh. Right, okay. I wonder how we can do that then. Is that part of the storylines then? Do we have that? So Marlon Frost isn't happy. Zeep's not very happy. Neither's Rich Owens. Max Walker's negative. They're all happy with catering though. You know what? Let's up the catering. Let's you know what? Let's spend some more money, right? Okay. Try and make everyone better, because the backstage morale is the issue, right? If we can't get that, then it's not going to work, is it? So, okay. So Elias has got his title reign already. That's fine. Max is going to win. Sloan's going to win. What else do I need to do? Where's the finances at? 87 grand profit so far. So it's fine. We're doing okay at this moment in time. We don't have a network option, do we? Nothing yet. Not a thing. It's fine. Don't worry. We'll get there. Talking about catering, all I hear is Rick Mail yelling sandwiches. Oh, we all hear that, Luffy. We all hear that. Right, here we go then. Let's start the show, shall we? What do I go to? That one? That one, there we go. Right. Here we go. Okay. We kick off. Elias Durand attacked by Max Walker and Alessio. Durand requires medical attention. It's not the best start, to be honest. But Village is in on the sub. Appreciate you, Village. Very kind indeed. Someone's wanting part of the roster, I reckon. Lulu Booster against Sumiko. Struggling for breath, apparently. The match would work better without all the chaos. They put a cracker of a match on last week. Not a good one this week. Half a star, apparently. So, right. Lulu Booster wins again. But, yeah. Okay. Half a star. We need to up it a little bit. And then, the interview just didn't work. Nobody cares at this moment in time about Lulu Booster, Natalia and Meredith. So we haven't built that just yet. So fine. We'll get there. Stephen O'Donnell, we're playing Pro Wrestling Sim over on Twitch. TikTok, sorry. Pro Wrestling Sim. Basically, imagine Football Manager, but wrestling. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We couldn't steal the show. Dud match. The 4-way didn't work, apparently. Yeah, the major spot was good though. Henry Lewis did well. Wright McBain did well. You need to get it. Get it on Steam. It's about 12 quid, I think, at the minute. Appreciate the follow as well, Steve. Very kind indeed. Thank you for that. Big spot worked. Got the crowd on their feet. Rich Owens doing all the lifting. Rich Owens is talking himself into bookings, isn't he? You know, 82% reaction from the crowd for that match. Alessio and Airborne, not really flying, is it? 68%. 1 star though. It's actually better than some of the other matches. The Rich Owens title charge starts now. I think it does. Sondre, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Over on TikTok there. Airborne's done well in that match. But Jeb Uso and Elijah Sullivan. It's Elijah win. It was an Elijah win. Who won the Fatal 4-Way, by the way? I couldn't see that. We'll have to go back and find out. Elijah won, half a star match, 67% reaction. Video package involving Emily Williams, 83%. People are excited. Excited to see a new face. That's good. They are not excited to see Max Walker and Harry Sloan. That did not work at all. The finish hurt the match slightly, apparently. So, that wasn't good. But did we manage to save it a little bit with the beatdown and the attack and Elias coming to save? Possibly. Overall, 45%. Not too bad. But I guess as we're leading towards knee blasties, we need to start getting some better finishes in, to be honest. It's another sold out show though, so that's good. That is good. Do we get how do we didn't lose Pop, so pretty good. Yeah, exactly. Where's the news? Can we work out whether or not we're cool? We must be cool, surely. Yeah. Contract expiring. Right, we can do contract expirings here, can we? Who's hiring? Network deals, new tag teams, new workers, promotion falls. Right. Lovely. I can tick all this stuff. Excellent. Right. Upcoming push. Worker joining promotion. No one's ever complained about making 25 grand before. No point in changing that. Do you know what? Some people will complain though. That's the problem. Some people will. John with a follow over on TikTok. Appreciate you, John. Very kind. Thank you for that. Take it there's no real names. Not on this one, John. There's a mod for the WWE though. We do have the mod. So we have got that as well. You know what? I'm going to release Lars. He's not really one of us, is he? He's not working. I need to get rid of some wrestlers that we're not using, who aren't really adding anything to the roster. Sophia's not been great either. I thought she was going to be good. Can we work with her? Don't know. Not sure. Tatiana Flowers, maybe. Yanis, possibly. I mean, our women's division, we've got quite a few women in there that could potentially... Well, the problem is that we've got a lot of women, but I don't think they're particularly good, sadly, because we've not got a great deal of money. So we're certainly trying. We might have to bring some more wrestlers in. The game is called Pro Wrestling Simulator. If it's a lie, you'll forget him in half an hour. That is true. That is very true, actually. It's a real world mod that puts companies on Steam Workshop. Yeah, I've got that on Steam, actually. I've got it downloaded already, so I do like that. That's my YouTube content with this. So I've started rebooking Raws. I feel like she's probably not gonna... Entertainment 57. Could she work? Wrestling's not really a thing, is it? We'll see. We'll see. How many slams have we got until Blasty's? Right. It's the slam before Blasty. Right? Okay? Wrestling's not really a thing, is it? Not at all. Not at all. Okay. So, entrance. Elias. Okay? Add story beat. Promo. Against Max. Roger to Roger. Welcome in. Appreciate the follow there. Hate to break it to you, you're running a wrestling company. I mean, I've ran a football club before, and I've not really necessarily known about that either, so should be fine. I'm sure we'll be okay. Okay, then let's get Max's entrance. Okay. And Max can cut the promo back on Elijah. And then I guess the contract signing, isn't it? Okay. Okay. Elias and Max set up for the title at Knee Blasties. They both cut a promo against each other. The contract is signed. It's official. Pro Wrestling Simulator is the game, Matt. Pro Wrestling Simulator is the game. Do we have do we have them both cut a promo, or do we have them doing a war of words? Because that's probably the best way, isn't it? Have a verbal sparring match. Favours entertainment. Favours entertainment and star power. Now, what have they got? Entertainment, star power. Max hasn't really got those. He's got entertainment. Let's have them doing war of words instead. Oh, cancel that. Kind of do a war of words rather than a promo back. Or should they do a promo back and forth? Do you reckon? Let me know what you think. What do you reckon? Shall we have them both promoing against each other, or should we have it as a war of words? Let's see. Okay, so that's not going to happen tonight. They're not going to wrestle tonight. Okay, we're saving for for the main event. Then I think we start with. Do you know what? I think Rich Owens is getting a bit of a push at the minute. So let's have Rich versus who can work together. Do you reckon? Rich and Alessio? Maybe. That might do a thing. Let's get Rich winning that, shall we? Flash pinfall. Let's make Rich look good, shall we? And then Rich can cut a promo after his win, saying that he's going to win the tag team titles. Okay, so that's going to be about everybody in the tag team. So Luffy's in there as well. Okay. Then we want Harry. Harry versus Elijah, or Harry versus Gudja. Let's do that. Right. We want Harry to win. Five minutes? Can Gudja go for 5 minutes? Stamina 41. Maybe not. Let's get Sloan looking good. Gudja wants to can we get then? Can Harry win by Rage DQ? Maybe. No. I tell you, hey, Gudja, if you're still about, you're kicking off a bit, aren't you, mate? Right, okay, I tell you what, let's have Gudja win then. By a what should we do? Should we have a screwy finish? Finishes marred by an intentional referee corruption, or a distraction finish? Yeah. Okay, right. Can you have real wrestlers in this monotone stories? Asks. Yes, you can. Yeah. You download the you download a mod. There's a mod that's available. You can get it. So on YouTube, I'm starting to rebook Raw and SmackDown. So it's got all rosters, WCW. Yes, you can get everything. Loads of stuff in there. Steam Workshop's got loads of things. There's a really, really healthy community of modders for this. So yeah, it's definitely worth having a look at. So Gudja's won, and I wonder whether or not it's worth having at this point. Rogi and Rugio can beat down on Gudja, or do they want to beat down on Rich? Not sure. Rich is the one who's getting a bit of a push, isn't he? But I suppose as well, it's just that thing in it of they want to reassert dominance, I suppose. Okay, we'll keep that as that is for now. We then need the Natalia promo, don't we? Do we need a Natalia promo? Is anybody really into the story at this point? Do you have to book every segment of the show? Can AI do it for you? AI can do it. You can also have it pre-booked as well, so it can do it all for you, and you essentially simulate it through. Which I guess, for some people is a great way of doing it. Personally, I sort of quite like the challenge of getting involved, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I quite like it doing it this way. Let's have Natalia versus Samiko, shall we? We'll have an automatic finish. I'm not necessarily fussed on who wins that, because ultimately we want Natalia to win the title at Knee Blasties. 15 minutes left. I think we need to have Max and Elijah have got to be on the Max and Elias, sorry, they've got to be on, haven't they? And then Max has got to win. With weapons, hurts the match rating. Outside interference, exposed turnbuckle. Actually, I quite like this weapons thing. So yeah, let's keep the weapons angle. We want to make Max. What have they got? Have they got good wrestling skills? 69 and 46. Can't really have an epic match, can we, to be honest? Do the AI run other companies? Yes, they do. They everything runs in the background. So again, it's a bit like Football Manager, like league structures do happen in the background, which is good. Let's make Elias look good. No, make Elias look good. Okay, so this match ends. Actually, they didn't like Elias winning by weapons, did they? Cheap pinfall, flash pinfall, submission. Actually, that's quite good. Match ends with Max submitting Elias. He then stands over Elias, holding the title aloft, hoping to recreate that result. At Knee Blasties. Just thought, we're going to get in a situation where Max isn't going to want to lose the title, is he? Do you see the fights as all just simulated? No, it's all just simulated, I'm afraid. It's all just simulated. So it's a non-title match. yeah, I think we're going to struggle, aren't we, when we when we have to get Max to not win the title. Check out the real life mods. I've got them. Hit the pedal. Yeah, I've got them on the. But I'm doing it for YouTube. So this is literally like a play with viewers thing. So all of my community, because this was basically built over on Twitch. So all my community on Twitch, if they subscribe or if they're Amazon Prime members, we're not monetized on TikTok, so I can't really do the same thing there. But anyone who's sort of subscribed over here, they get put into the roster. Yeah. So there'll be some names here. Like Rich Owens is a creator. Dave Gudge is a creator. Rugio, Rogi, Zeep, Dan, they're my mods, so they're the nation of moderation. So that's how we sort of built that up. But we are starting to add newer wrestlers in who are obviously subscribing in, and we're trying to make it as a community thing, to be honest. It's called Pro Wrestling Simulator Marios. So Monotone Stories in on the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Very kind indeed. Love that. And we're booking up towards our next pay-per-view event. So I'm just going to try and work out how we get those stories built together. So Natalia possibly not winning tonight. Max is winning by submission. I think he's going to take losing the title really badly, but he'll have to beat Elias next for it. I don't really want to have him drop. I don't want to have Elias drop the title just yet. Or do we? Then maybe have like Elias and Rich going at it, possibly. What do we think? Do we need to give our? Because I don't want to get everyone losing the titles. Because hang on, bear with me 2 seconds. Right, what we might do, let's we've got heel tag champs. The Nation are going to retain, aren't they? Let's be honest. Elias could keep his title. Then Max wins it at the next event. Then after that, going forward, what do we do? Do we don't know. I'm not sure. I should really have a bigger plan, shouldn't I, at this point? Lily Booster needs to go on against Yuritsa Wheeler and Tatiana Flowers. Let's make that a 5-minute match. We'll have Lulu winning that one. She can pin Tatiana Flowers. Purpose again makes Lulu look good. Good. Daniel Goodwin, appreciate the follow, my friend. Very kind. Thank you for that. Four more minutes. I suppose after the Lulu Booster match, we could have another video, possibly. Well, there's 4 minutes. We want Ryan McBain to have a match. People do like Ryan McBain. McBain, Henry Lewis. Ryan McBain and Airborne, they've got to go at it. Like them two are going to start getting a thing going, I reckon. You know, I reckon there's something to happen between them two. Let's go automatic. I don't want it. Right. There we go. That's where I'm at the minute. Okay. This is my thinking. It's the last one before our next pay-per-view. And then we're going to have to start thinking about... Well, we'll have to increase all the production values as well for the pay-per-view. And then Rugio wants more booking. Rugio, $360 to $1,100. You've barely been used, and now you're demanding much more money. I mean, you're worth it. Obviously, you are 100% worth it, but you know. Right. Okay. I've got you. Here we go then. It's time for the Sunday Slam. Okay, let's get it booked. Let's go for it. Okay, what happens if you run out of money? I presume then you go out of business then. I guess at that point. Daniel, the game is Pro Wrestling Simulator, my friend. Easiest way to describe it. Imagine Football Manager, but we're wrestling. That's where we are, right. So, final Sunday Slam then before our pay-per-view. So, we've got the angle with Elijah, Elias, Max. Elijah makes an entrance. Elias cuts a promo. I've done this again. I've done the wrong thing, haven't I? I've put the wrong person coming out. Elias cuts a promo on Max Walker. Max makes his entrance. Elias and Max have a bit of back and forth. 64% overall, which is fine, given the fact that the wrong person's come out. Half a star match between Rich Owens and Alessio. Rich looked like a threat, though, so that's good. Rich's popularity on the increase. Okay. Then there was an angle with Rich. The segment may have helped the Gudger gain popularity. There we go, Gudger. Lack of momentum means the fans couldn't get behind him. But, you know, Rich has obviously cut the promo there, so maybe Rich and Gudger could build a little rivalry there. Very nice. 1 star for the women's match. Lulu Booster struggling after 5 minutes. She had a big match before, but obviously doesn't want to wrestle every week, I'm thinking. Harry Sloan and Gudger, 49. Not good. Gudger's won. Gudger then attacked by Rugio and Rogi. The 65% reaction there. Everyone's... Ooh. Right, okay. Handled character changes. All right, didn't realise that's in there as well. So what's that then? Yeah. Right. So yeah. What's this called? This is Pro Wrestling Simulator Owen. Owen's in on the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. TikTok. TikTok's growing. We're growing TikTok. Loving this. Half a star for the Samiko Saito match against Natalia. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I mean, I don't know what's going to happen if we put the belt on Natalia, though. You know what I mean? Are they going to be interested? Who knows? Ryan McBain's getting the reaction. I'm half tempted. Oh, I don't know. Rich and Gudger versus Rogi and Rugio coming up. Could be. Could be. But Rich and Gudger are both in a tag team, separate tag teams, so I don't know. That would require Rich turning on Jeb, which would be a good angle. Or Jeb turning on Rich, possibly. Wright McBain with the win. Max and Elias have pretty bad chemistry, apparently. This is gonna make the title match really difficult. Half a star. 45%. Right, we've obviously got to try and think of something then to raise the stakes for knee blasties. So we're fully sold out. Okay, for the 4th week in a row. Sunday Slam's done great. Knee blasties, 90-minute show. Okay. Where's our venue? Our venue is a different room, I believe. Occurs in March, first Saturday. Right, we have to do something big here. Okay? We have to do something big. Let's go to the production. I mean, it's a big jump in it from like 500 quid to 10,000. £10,000. Do we want some pyro? It's a pay-per-view, innit? Knee blasties and it's pyrotechnics all over the place. That could be a thing. Staging and lighting. 50 grand to implement it. And we've only got... How much money have we got in the bank? We've got 179 grand. We're making less money each month. Oh, sorry, behind my head, you can't really see it. We've made 20 grand profit. We made 35, then 23, then 20. So we are technically losing money. Maybe we don't add more things into it. Maybe we find someone to debut. Maybe. Who's our top guy? Our top guy is... our top guy is Elias at the minute. He's our champion. Max wants the title. I wonder whether or not we try and find somebody else to bring in to just change things up a little bit. Push him heavy. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's someone else as well that we've got lined up who we think is going to come in as well. He's not so much a monster. He's more like an underdog. So we need a monster to come in at some point. You know, and sort of take things in a different direction. How that looks at the minute, I don't know. It would be good having someone like sort of turn up at the end. You know, and sort of change things up at the end of the show here. Like this guy, maybe Roddy Duran, possibly. On hiatus. How much is he going to cost, though? Ooh, too much money. Far too much money. I should try Hollywood Animal with your film background. What is that? Another game? Is it? Status dead. Right. Let's not pick him then. Let's not pick him. Explain that one to me, Liv. I've not seen that. What's Hollywood Animal? Average height wrestler, decent wrestling, reasonable entertainment. Could he possibly be main event heel? We'll think about him. Let me write some names down. Julian Walters. Okay, because I might need some heels actually if if Max is going to leave at some point, you know, casket match. Stick him in the. I mean, that's the thing. If he's already dead, then surely he wins, right? Surely he wins. I do like the fact that they do put dead wrestlers in, just like, maybe we can't get him back out. You produced films in the 1920s. I love that. That sounds great. That sounds very good, actually. I'm wondering if there's a brawler. 1,600 staff heel. Not staff. I need you to be. I need an on-screen talent. Traditional wrestler. 500 quid. Main event for a heel. 500 quid. This is. That's got to be. Got to be easy, surely. Do we have him cocky? Classic heel? Actually, maybe have him as a badass, maybe? I'm on mute. I'm not on mute. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm definitely not on mute. I've been on stream for like 3 hours, 2 hours maybe. So this stream is this game's Pro Wrestling Simulator, by the way, which is basically it's wrestling meets Football Manager, and it's very, very good indeed, very good. Yeah, you get to book the wrestling promotion, and this is where I'm trying now to bring some extra sort of some extra talent into my roster, to be honest. Joe Swan, appreciate the follow, my friend, very kind, thank you for that, over on TikTok. And I'm booking my pay-per-view. It is on Steam, yes it is, yeah, it's about 12 quid actually at the minute. It works on PC and Mac, I believe, so yeah, get yourself involved on that. And there's a big Discord as well for the community, loads of mods and that, where you can sort of go and get all the current WWE mods and all that sort of stuff. It's been asked once or twice, Kevin. Yeah, Pro Wrestling Sim is what this game's called, and yeah, it's very good. It's very good. I'm enjoying it. As I say, the easiest way of describing it: Football Manager meets wrestling, and it's yeah, it's definitely worth having a look at. If this is the sort of thing that you're interested in, then I would definitely have a little nosy out for it. Main event heel. Look, I mean, why is everybody wants to be a face, wants to be a heel? You know what? Fine. Have another heel. This guy's got to be cocky, surely. Linus Lewis. I could do with bringing another proper face in, to be honest. And then after that, we'll start finishing up the pay-per-view. Jimmy Johnson. Main event heel, of course he is. Of course he is. Looks the same coming from an addicted FMer to a wrestling fan. I mean, look, pretty much this is why we're here, right? This is why we're here. You know? Let's give him a... Jimmy Johnson could come in. He's a monster heel. Main event heel. Right, look, I need some faces, please. Should we have him as the lovable patriot? No. Supernatural underdog, unstable, not quite right in the head. No. Old school baby face. You know what? Let's just have him as an athlete. Make him a face, and then. Alright, so we've got a couple of extra people come in, which again is quite handy. If we've got any new subscribers, we can start to rewrite some names and stuff. Let me just play a catch up there. Yelsha, we've got it on the pinned comments. It's we're playing Pro Wrestling Sim. Pro Wrestling Sim, very good game. Benjamin Elias, main event face. There we go. Good. Again, another athlete, right? And then I'm going to put one more in, and then we'll start getting some final bits and pieces. Main event face, maybe. We could do with some representation, I must admit. Otherwise, I'm getting a little bit into WWE territory, aren't I? Which is not where you want to be, really. So let's do that, yeah. Main event face. Wholesome face, there we go. Right, okay, cool. We've got some extra workers in. Okay. Now they might not debut at Knee Blasties, but we have some new people in the roster to try and build some more storylines as we go. Right. So here we go. Then let's try and get this booked in. Okay. So women's match. I don't want Natalia to win by flash pinfall, do we? You Lama should play Phasmophobia. What's Phasmophobia? Is that a Disney thing? Is it? Liv. Right. I'm willing to take some views from the chat here. Okay. What do we want to see in terms of how this goes, right? I've got Fantasia mixed up, haven't I? It's not as fast. It's a horror game. I'd heard of it. I genuinely heard of it. Mrs. J's sisters played it before, I think. Yeah? It's a horror game. Yes. Yeah, I'm aware of it now. I'm aware of it. Oh, dear. You'd shit yourself in 5 minutes. Yeah, probably. Probably. And that won't be anything to do with the game. It'll just be because I'm 45 now. You know? Right. Riot McBain and Harry Sloan can go at it, can they? Actually, that's right with being an airborne, really, isn't it? That tends to work. I want Harry to win. Come on, Harry. What can you win? Harry versus Henry. I mean, Henry's not going to be happy if he loses, but I want Harry to win this time. Okay. Let's go with right. Okay. Do we have a gimmick for this match? No DQs? No. Submission match? Last man standing? Favours brawlers. I mean, they're not really brawlers, are they? Oh, actually, no, he's a brawler. And Harry's a high flyer. Right, okay. Iron Man? Stamina 70. Stamina 91. Yeah, you know what? Let's go Iron Man match, right? Huge fatigue. Inferno elimination. Casket. Barbed wire. We don't need barbed wire. Submission. TLC. Tables. 2 out of 3? Yeah, you know what? 2 out of 3 falls. Let's do that, actually. That's probably a better idea, because these two have got a bit of a rivalry going on. Let's have a major spot. Okay, obviously. Entertainment 64, Entertainment 32. Major spot involving Harry. So this match has been a long-running feud, which culminates in Harry getting the win to... Right, I've got a feeling Henry's not going to be happy with this, but let's go with it, okay? Ollie, this is Pro Wrestling Simulator. Okay, this is going to be a 10-minute match. 70 for stamina, 91 for stamina. 11 minutes, do you reckon? Where'd you get it? Get it on Steam, my friend. Get it on Steam. Hey, you can get this all over the place. Henry's unhappy about the result. No. We're just going to go with it. Oh, do we go with it or do... Do you know what? Am I overthinking this? If I let Henry win again, does this help build Harry up, that when he eventually does win it, are we getting him a bit of a boost, or is he not really picking much up at the minute? Do all the wrestlers and face packs come without Jeff to install? No, these are all AIs, these ones. So this is all sort of like installed in the game. But you can get the WWE mod pack, which of course has all the actual characters in. So yeah, you can have that. We started doing that on YouTube, by the way, as well. So rebooking WWE. So we've done Raw. We're going to do SmackDown. That's coming out next week. Username in with a follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Username 137. Appreciate the follow over there on TikTok. I tell you what, which culminates in... Right, Henry's going to get the win. Right, okay. This leaves Harry questioning whether he has the ability to beat Henry at all. Okay, so we're going to put this puts doubt into his mind. Where does he go from here? Okay, so this is going to make Harry start to really think about the next part of his journey. Maybe we kill the Harry Henry story off. I don't know, but we'll see. How does it work? Says Tommy. So basically, what you do is we book the shows. So we book the wrestling shows and the pay-per-views, which is what we're trying to do now. We're doing our pay-per-view knee blasties, and we then basically write everything in as to what we want to do. Long-term stories, long-term plans. You can get your storylines, you can get your stables, tag teams, decide who wins the titles, all that sort of thing. And yeah, so you don't get to see the matches themselves. So that's why it's like Football Manager. I suppose in Football Manager you do get to see it, but you don't get to control it. But it's yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. It gets me thinking. It makes me try and work out, right, what would actually look interesting, you know? So let's have Lulu Booster versus Samiko. Submission match, maybe? Are they both traditional wrestler? Oh, there you go, right? Submission match. Okay. I'm going to leave the finish open, actually, at this point, because I don't really want to dictate who wins that. And then after that, there's an angle for someone's entrance music. Not yet. Wrong entrance music. No, it's not. Put it in. Entrance music. And it's Emily Williams. Entrance music. Okay. Let's have a little. Tell you what. You know what? I'm going to tease the Rich Owens and Jeb Uso breakup. Okay? Because Rich wants to get pushed as a Rich is starting to get himself a bit of a push, yeah? Okay. So let's put this. Rich and Jeb are talking backstage about their upcoming tag team titles match. This is a tease that Jeb will eventually turn on Rich and break the tag team up. Okay? So nice and simple. And then what I want a let's have How do I do big entrances? We've got the stunt team involved, right? Okay. I tell you what, I'm gonna make it like Meredith's got a big entrance actually. Yeah. Should Meredith have a big entrance? Do you reckon? 10 grand. It could be very elaborate. She's the heel, isn't she? Right. So let's make her have a big entrance. It's the opening. It's the opening of the show, right? Okay. So let's put that. We've got Natalya wins. Flash pinfall, okay? This match is for the Women's Championship. Meredith has a major entrance to set the tone for the PPV. Natalya grabs a quick pinfall to secure the win. Does she get a quick pinfall, or like, I feel as though she doesn't need, like, I feel like a roll up would be like quite a sort of crap way of doing it, but I suppose it protects the loser, yeah. Yeah. And takes the title. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. As Natalya celebrates her win, Emily Williams music hits. So let's add a beat there, so we want a celebration then of Natalya winning. Actually, no, cancel that. Okay, so first of all, there's a celebration there. And then there's a stare down. Yeah, just have a stare down. Let's sort of see what happens there. Yeah? See if anything happens. Okay? Yeah. Patsy, we're playing Pro Wrestling Simulator. Easiest way to describe it. Football Manager meets wrestling. Yeah? That's what it is. If you're brand new on TikTok, by the way, feel free to drop a follow. If you're brand new on Twitch, drop a follow as well. That'd be much appreciated. If you're on Twitch and you want to be part of the actual roster, hit that subscribe button. I'm on Amazon Prime as well. Let's get this pay-per-view booked, shall we? Let's have a look. Should we see if should we get Rougeau to make his debut? Bez and Boldsky, welcome. Appreciate the follow. How many viewers do I have on Twitch? Says username. What, in general or like right now? Because right now there's more viewers over on Twitch, but last night we had loads more on TikTok. It's bizarre. Like there's no sort of rhyme or reason as to which one works and which one doesn't, to be honest. But you can see the full screen on Twitch. So, because obviously you can't see it on TikTok. It's like sort of it has to be done on vertical. So it's obviously up to yourselves. Is Twitch the same name? Tony Jameson FM on Twitch. If you're in there. Let's put Wright McBain in against Airborne. It's got to be Wright McBain and Airborne again, isn't it? You know what I mean? Is there a mod where there's real life superstars? Yes, there is. There is, Bez, and it's on the Steam Workshop. I've got it in there. So yes, there is. I'm doing it as part of YouTube content. So I'm going back and starting to book different Raws and obviously SmackDown needs to come out shortly as well. Immortal to Awful. Appreciate the follow. Very kind. So High Flyer. Technical Wrestler. Do we need a gimmick on this one? I mean, we can kind of gimmick them all, really, can't we? Suppose. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just keep it nice. 7 more minutes to book. Well, oh no, we've got 1 more minute to make it to an hour, and then we've got obviously got more. You moved over from TikTok. I appreciate I'm all very kind. Let's have a backstage interview. Okay, with me and Elias. Oh no. Yeah. About Max. Okay. TJ is interviewing Elias about his upcoming title match. And the beatdown he received from Max last week. Elias is desperate to leave the Blasties still champion. Who else can come in at this point then? Anyone else going to come in? No, I don't need anyone else to be in. That's right. So leave that there. So that's going to be in. Okay, so we've got loads of stuff to try and build up throughout the show. How much is the game? 12 quid, I think it is, possibly. It's not too expensive. It's fairly, I'll say it's fairly cheap. Yeah, 12 quid's pretty cheap for a game these days, isn't it? So, yeah. Can we get a bigger room? Should we do it in a 5,000 seater? We did 2,500 for TJ Mania. I don't know whether or not we can go big just yet. There's talk of potential 3,000. We can cap it at 2. I guess we can maybe then just say fine, sorted. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Keep it at 2.5. Make it a sellout again. Yeah. Okay. What else have we got? So, okay, so we've got Meredith and Natalia. Let's have a little. Can we have a backstage? Yeah, let's have Natalia talking to Yuritsa Wheeler, possibly. About Meredith. Yeah. Okay. So let's put Yuritsa Wheeler wishes Natalia good luck in tonight's match. She hopes that she can finally get her hands on the women's title. Okay. So let's get that right at the start, and then the women's match is going to kick off the it's going to start the show. Okay. Okay, so we go there. We then have 8-minute match where the women's title's up for grabs. Natalia then wins the title. There's a celebration. Emily's music hits. There's a bit of a stare down. Okay. Then we go backstage where Rich and Jeb are talking about upcoming tag team titles. This is a tease that Jeb might turn on Rich, break the tag team up. We've then got the three-way tag team match. The Nation of Moderation, the FM team versus Gudger and Luffy. We don't know who's going to win that. Okay. I'm happy with whoever wins. Okay. I don't mind. My heart says that the Nation should retain. They probably should. They should retain. Tell you what, Dan can win by knockout if he wants. Yeah. Right, okay. This triple threat tag team match is designed to empower the Nation and Moderation. They retain the titles. And confirm that they are the dominant force in the TJWF. Okay. Then we've got Riot McBain versus Airborne. That's a little 6-minute match. We've got Harry Sloan versus Henry Lewis. 2 out of 3 falls. Let's have an interview backstage there with me and Harry. Harry returns backstage where TJ asks him what is next for Harry. He looks despondent, doesn't really know. He feels like he has let everyone down. Let's make him that lovable loser character, shall we? Okay. Okay, then we've got Lulu Breaker versus Sumiko Sato, which is good. We've got 24 minutes left to fill. Who else has still not been used? Is that not you getting interviewed there? It shouldn't be. It should be It should be me as the interviewer. Oh, yeah, so it is. Good spot. Good spot. Thank you. This is why it's like handy to have people keeping their eyes out. TJ, you've done it wrong again. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so a celebration for Elias at the end. Just came from TikTok, wanted to ask, is this a custom version of Pro Wrestling Sim or the fictional wrestlers base game? Pepsi Boy, this is the base game, so you get it with wrestlers that you don't necessarily know. And then what happens is, obviously, you can then get all the mods to go and get all your WWEs and your AEWs and, you know, AAAs and New Japan and all that kind of thing. And do that way. So, yeah, that's all pretty cool. You get that in as there's a great, like, there's so much stuff available on the Steam Workshop. It's brilliant. Is Dan FM in the Nation of Moderation? Yes, he is. Yeah, him and Rugio and Zeep and Rogi, they're our mods on the channel, so that's why they're the Nation of Moderation. So yeah, they're one of our tag teams. Elijah Sullivan could do with a match, actually. Pop him in. Unless, do we put him in? I don't want to put too many triple threat matches in. That's the problem. Alessio. This could be a bit messy. I mean, let's go for it. Let's give them a First Blood match. Do we do First Blood? Iron Justice just joined the stream. What's the game called? No, don't worry about that. Iron Justice, don't you worry at all. Welcome in. The this is called Pro Wrestling Sim. So basically, the plan is you book a wrestling show. I refer to it as a little bit like Football Manager meets wrestling, and that seems to be a reasonable way to describe it. It's good fun. It's good fun. So you don't get to actually see the matches, but you do get to book them, you do get to plan them, and yeah, there's a lot of work goes into it. As you can see here, this is taking me a little bit of time trying to work out how I book the my sort of, this is my my second pay-per-view, to be honest. It looks good. Need someone new to play it. Oh yeah, get involved. It's up on Steam, so it's about £12 or whatever. So it's worth having a look at. If you want to see it in full screen, then head over to Twitch. I've got it over there, so you can see the whole thing. You know, and then you can sort of see. All right, see what it looks like. Right, McBain airborne, 6 minutes. Sort of 15 minutes left. Alessandro Keith still hasn't been. Can he actually wrestle for us yet or not? I don't know. Angle. Let's see if he can turn up yet. Still not yet. Right. Oh, you know what? If he can't be here then until 2025, I think we just cancel Alessandro Keith, because he's probably costing us. Yeah. Release him. Yeah. If he's not going to be able to work for us, then we might as well get rid. Okay. Have we got a face coming up at any point? We must have got a face somewhere. Marlon Frost. Did we not bring in a new face? We did. An angle video. Okay. Let's do the this seems to always work, doesn't it? So the question is always, are we overdoing it? Do we maybe even make... We can't make Emily wrestle here, can we? On her debut. I mean, she's just turned up there, hasn't she? Her music's hit. Do we maybe get her to do a squash match, actually, then? Have Emily versus... like, Yuritsa? Maybe? Or Tatiana? Actually, let's have... so Tatiana can celebrate as well. Okay. I just need something else now to fill some of the 13 more minutes. I mean, do we put Rogi and Rougeau in against Marlon Frost? We can't really just debut. Or do we debut people? That's the question, isn't it? Have we not got enough people to do an hour-and-a-half show? Right. I'll tell you what. Giannis, we haven't seen him before. So Giannis can go in. I think we see... So let's see Rougeau. Right, Rougeau's in making his debut. Okay, 9 more minutes. Can you boost that a little bit? Problem is, I'm trying not to sort of make everything too long. And I also don't want it just to be a case of, at the end of every match someone turns up. But we've just booked a couple of heels. So Linus Lewis, Lean Silvestri. That could be quite a good battle between Silvestri and Elias. Or Jimmy Johnson. He's going to be on a lot of money. 1,100 quid per appearance. tall height, muscular build, just a brute. I don't know. I'm wondering whether he's too expensive compared to everybody else. Do you know what I mean? Everyone else is on like 300 quid. In fact, he is. He's on far too much money. Why have I got him? I've only bought him because of the fact that he's massive. Right, I need one more. Right, you know what? Let's debut 2 more wrestlers, right? Okay, so Clark Morrow. Can go against Linus Lewis. No, against Marlon Frost. Yeah, let's put. We want Morrow to win, don't we? Okay, we want Morrow to take the high spot. So Clark Morrow debuts at the Blasties. He takes a high spot and gets the win. Nice and simple. Give him a 5-minute match, then we can also have his entrance as well. Yeah, and then no one needs to worry about what comes next. Where's Clark Morrow, isn't it? There we go. There. Cool. Sorted. Okay. Right. So I think that looks like a big show. That's the big show. Actually, I want Rougeau to win by submission. Okay, here we go then. We're going to go for our second pay-per-view, and then we're going to call it a night. Okay? Knee Blasties is going to go. Hopefully we've done it properly. Alessandro Keith left. I feel like we should also let Jimmy Johnson go. £1,100 per appearance is a lot of money. Or unless we just don't use them all the time. I didn't think about that, did I? Production. £500 a month to £10,000 a month. Again, is it worth the money at this moment in time to get more people there? I don't know. 32. I've got 32 wrestlers on my books. Feels like a lot, doesn't it? Right, here we go then. It's time. Let's do it, shall we? It's time for Knee Blasties. And then next week's show will be the Slam After Blasties. Start the show. Here we go. I hope it's a good one. Okay? So, kicks off. Natalia and Yuritsa are chatting backstage about the upcoming match with Meredith Glover. 72% reaction. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? Given that this was a huge show, the workers really pushed themselves to make an impression on the audience. Good. Well done. Well done. The crowd enjoyed the special entrance. For 10 grand, I should hope so as well. Meredith Glover did the heavy lifting. Natalia is the new champion. She was made to look like a threat, and it helped her popularity. 65% reaction. Fine, half a star match. We have a new champ. The crowd don't dislike it, so that's good. That helps Natalia's push. Then we have an angle now that involves Natalia and Tatiana celebrating. Emily Williams' entrance music hits. Big reaction, 82%. And then they both stare each other down. That's not too bad. I say not too bad. We're on like 46% at this point. Rich Owens and Jeb Uso having a bit of a chat backstage. Again, fine. Just, doing stuff, really. Then we get to the Carnage match, as I call it. Bailey Johnston recently bought this game. It's awesome. Been experimenting with the mods. Yeah, I've got the WWE mod. That's what I've got. Everything else, all this is the custom, is the vanilla. But we play it with viewers, so the roster is basically people that are in our community. So this is where we get right now. So this is the triple threat. Tables, ladders, and chairs between the Nation of Moderation, FM Team, and Gudja and Luffy. So big major spots hit well. Everyone's better. Dan FM gets a better reaction than you'd expect. There you go, Dan. Big reaction. Zeep gets a better reaction. Dan was struggling for breath though by the end of the match. Given the fact it was a huge show, then of course they all brought their A games. Probably went on a bit long. Zeep, Gudja, Luffy, all blowing out their backsides. Big spot worked. Rich Owens did the heavy lifting. The crowd started to grow bored of this match as the time went by, so that's a bit of a shame. Maybe a little bit too long. 14 minutes, a little bit too long. But I thought, come on, there's like three teams in there. Let's make it decent. But 71% reaction though. That's pretty good. Yeah. Then it's Riot McBain versus Airborne. These people are just doing what they need to do, aren't they? To be honest, really. 1.5 star match, just ticking on, doing a thing. Then we've got SCN and Enyon as his video has played. That's got people interested, potentially debuting a new star. Harry Sloan versus Henry Lewis. 74% reaction. Dud match, apparently. Dud? Doesn't make any sense. How can the crowd be into it and it be a dud? Henry Lewis's boost was given up by his gimmick. Big spot got the crowd on their feet. Major spot brought the crowd match to another level. Didn't feel like anyone had the psychology to put the match together. I mean, yeah. Okay, I get that. Backstage chat with TJ. 41%. Not brilliant. Okay. Sorry, Harry. 2.5 stars in the women's match, though. Lulu Booster and Sumiko Saito. Lulu gets a boost because of her gimmick. Struggling, though, for 5 minutes. Maybe we have to do a one-on-one off. With a bit more time, they could have pulled off a better match. But then Lulu Booster's struggling, so I don't really know. But 2.5 stars. It seemed to work. Worked fine. And then Clark Morrow has turned up to make his debut in the TJWF. He'll probably be rebranded very shortly at some point. And he puts on a 2.5 star debut match. Yeah, okay. Big spots. Everyone's happy with that. Major spots gets everyone really, really excited. Morrow does the lifting. 2.5 stars. Crowd are up on their feet. Go on, lads. This is what we want. Ollie, this is the Pro Wrestling Simulator. So it's Football Manager meets wrestling, basically. Giannis versus Rugio. Crowd reaction, 100%. The star power of Rugio added to the match. The vocal crowd were in love with this segment. Their reaction made it even better. Giannis did the heavy lifting. Rugio looks like a threat, and it helped the popularity. Ollie in with a follow. Appreciate you, my friend, over on TikTok. Very kind. Rugio looked strong. Well played, Rugio. Dud match, apparently. I don't get it. Elijah versus Alessio. 1 star. 1 star. Not much to be said about that, to be honest. Backstage interview with TJ and Elias talking about Max Walker. Didn't work. Didn't work. The match itself, though, 0.5 star. 73%. Major Spot brought the match to another level. Max had the boost because of his gimmick. He was struggling. 11 minutes in, struggling. But Elias did his best. The big spot worked. Elias retained the championship. 0.5 star. 73% reaction. And then a bit of a celebration from Elias. 13%. Nobody really cares that he's the champion still. So, overall, 45%. I feel like we need to do better than 45%. Something's not quite clicking, and I don't know what it is. Backstage morale issues could be a problem here. Agreed. Agreed. I don't know whether to get rid of some of our negative Nellies. Do you know what I mean? Like new people that have just turned up and our current tag team champion. Yeah, I don't know what we do actually to do that. How do we move it from bad to good? I mean, Tatiana's not really working. Alessio's not having a great time. Jimmy Johnson's expensive and already upset. Benjamin Ellis. Who's Benjamin Ellis? We obviously renamed them, I'm guessing. Oh no, he's new. He's just turned up. So that's a concern then. Backstage morale. We need to really work on that. Okay. Finances. We've made 51 grand. So that's pretty good. That's in March. The slam after Blasties is going to happen next week. So yeah, let's have a think, shall we? Let's have a think as to where we go next and what happens next. Ethan Pitts, has he already got a new contract? Ooh. $50. Lower mid-card face. Let's do that. Yes, Zaffa Cakes. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. Not seen you around for a while. I hope you're good. We were about to lock off, but we can't now, can we? So welcome in, everybody. How was your stream? Welcome, Deer Hunter. Welcome, Roll Rainbow. Welcome, Andiesa. Appreciate the follow there, Roll Rainbow. How are we? Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Lovely to see you all. Happy. Are those glasses prescription? Yes, they are. Sadly. Get to 45, mate, and your eyes start to go. Yeah. Bilal, what's been happening, buddy? How's life treating you? What were you streaming tonight? As you can see, we're having a great time at the minute. We're doing Pro Wrestling Sim right now. Yesterday we did Memoropolis. I don't know if you've seen Memoropolis before, but really good. It's a little bit like City Skylines meets Civilization. So much fun. You tried to install the game for 3 hours and couldn't, mate. You know what I mean? That feels like my life, to be honest. I think I've had streams that have definitely felt like that. You know, going, TJ, what have we done? I'd be like, I don't really know. Did we get anywhere? No, not at all. We did not. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. This is a play with viewers game, essentially. So what we've done is we have added everyone who is, well, if anyone's subscribing or has Prime, and they've used it through here, then we add them into the roster. Because you can get WWE and AEW mods for these games. We haven't got them. Well, we have got them. Sorry, I should say we have got them, and they're on. We use them on YouTube. Okay, so we don't use them here on the on Twitch just yet. But so we're trying to sort of like work out. Okay, who do we put in? Like, how do we start booking stuff? So it's a little bit. So this is basically we call it, it's like Football Manager meets wrestling, really, and yeah, we've booked 2 pay-per-views now, and we're starting to try and work out what our next step is. You know, where do we go from here? So, as you can see here, you've got some momentum characters, you've got some morale moving on there as well. Elias is our current champion. So, I know it says they're mid-card, but he's currently our maybe we change the push to main event. Yeah. Okay, so he's main event Elias now. Quite a lot of main eventers. Our mid cards is what we need to try and get something happening, really. Okay, so if we now have a look then at our show that we need to book today. So we could open up with, well, we opened up the pay-per-view with the women's title match. Which, you know, I guess we could sort of like be like, okay, you know, let's get the new women's champion to open the show. That could work. We could then set her versus Emily Williams up pretty quickly. Do we want Natalia to open the show twice? Possibly. I mean, she is the new champion, so we probably should do that, shouldn't we? Okay. Cut a promo. For 3 minutes, for 2 minutes, sorry. Short and sweet. Then we'll have Emily's music can hit. Okay. So the show starts with the new women's champion. Actually, I don't really think that Emily needs to be. Can't have Emily lose on her first match, can we? And we can't have the champ losing either. So maybe we need to think this through a little bit. Yeah, maybe we need to rethink this. Let's. Okay, right, let's split ourselves into what we've got first of all. Tatiana. Is there a way for Tatiana or Yuritsa maybe to turn, possibly? Don't really want to just like Tatiana doesn't seem to be a thing that would really matter. Actually, let's have Lulu Booster. Do we go for Lulu Booster? do like Samika Saito. What's our next plan? Because I think Natalya has to hold the title for a little bit, not too long. I don't want her to then like drop it pretty quickly, but I don't want to have like one of these like WWE style title reigns where they have them for like 3 years. And Tatiana's not really great. Let's have a look. What's our roster looking like? Okay, let's filter this again by gender. What's some momentum? Emily's up, right? Oops, Emily's up. Lulu's not exactly up. Meredith's up. Natalya is. Samiko. Yuritsa. Yeah, no one's really... Emily seems to be the one, doesn't it? But then it just seems a shame to have them both fight each other pretty quickly and then have Emily lose. Actually, you know what? No, it's not. It's not the worst case in the world, is it? Let's have a look at some promo. Actually, we could just keep it simple. Have Meredith wants a rematch. Yeah. Hey, Natalya cuts a promo. She is delighted that she has won the title. Meredith's music hits. It hits. She demands her rematch. The pair go at it. For the title. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There you go. And we just book that match straight away then. Okay. So first match of the evening is the women's title again. Okay. So that opens the show. Yeah. For the women's title. 4 minutes or 5 minutes? 59, 83. Let's do 5. Finish. We want Natalya to win by proper pinfall this time. Okay. We want to make Natalya look good. So, match is booked to make sure that Natalya looks good and retains the title at the first attempt. Okay. Cool. Now we might change something as we go through for the future, but we don't know who's going to win the title by the next pay-per-view. So let's work out that as we get through. Okay. Got a very bloated male roster, haven't we? Right. Okay. What did we have? When did Clark Morrow come out? Let's go to event history. Event history, there we go. Okay. Where did Clark Morrow come? Clark Morrow versus Marlon Frost. Okay. Maybe we have... do we have... I don't want to put another part of the tag team back again. Maybe we have Rich versus Goodyear again. Okay? Do that. Rich versus... Rich versus Luffy, maybe? So let's have Harry versus Jeb. Okay. Harry's going to win this one. I forgot. How many heels have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right. Okay. I'm just trying to work out whether or not we switch Harry and start to make him a bit, like, try and change his persona maybe. She's mid card. Let's move him upper mid, right? Okay. Okay, lovable loser. Complete a turn on the carriage change. Use the worker in an angle or a match. Click the handle carriage change during the segment results. Right, cool. Okay. Right. Okay, let's have that match. Then we're going to have Harry versus Max. Maybe actually no. Harry versus Riot McBain, maybe? High flyer against Alessio. Maybe we do that. Maybe we put him up against... You know what? Would that hurt him if I put him up against Riot McBain? Make Sloan look good. Harry to get the win. Flash pinfall, possibly? Riot McBain doesn't like it. Alessio doesn't like it either. Great. No one's wanting to put Harry over. Come on. But Elijah, will he do it? Nope, he doesn't want it. Honestly, nobody wants to put Harry over. This is sad. You know what I mean? I wonder if Jeb will let him win. Yes, he will. There you go. Okay, 26 more minutes to go in this one. Marlon Frost. Actually, would Marlon Frost have done it instead? I wonder if that might be a better match. No, he doesn't want it. Great. Yeah. It's literally, there's like hardly anybody is up for putting Harry over. Right. Jeb will do it. Fair enough. Okay. We want a match with Elias as well. Against Max for the title, do we? Again? Do we want another title match? Or maybe he doesn't put his... Maybe he doesn't cash his rematch in straight away. Maybe Henry Lewis wants a shot at the title. Elias wins. Quick pin. What? Quick pin. Let's put a major spot in there, shall we? Purpose. What can they do? Can they work together well? Probably not. Actually, maybe. Wrestling skill? Let's do that. Actually, no, make history. See if we can do it. It's not going to be too long. Let's go for a 7-minute match. Okay. Elias puts the title on the line against Henry. The rest of the pair put on a show. Elias retains the gold. Now, do we want to make Elias? Yeah, because this obviously him. This helps Elias's push to main event status. Okay, so we've got to remember to obviously do that once the match is over. Got to make sure we change his status to main event. Okay, who else is going to be in the match in this week's? Clark Morrow is going to be there, and he can go up against Alessio, I think. So technical wrestler versus brawler. So that works. We'll get Morrow can get the win via submission, I reckon. A 5-minute match, possibly. This match is to showcase Clark Morrow's abilities in the ring as part of the TJWF. Cool. Nice and simple. 14 minutes left. Let's have Sumiko Saito versus Tatiana Flowers versus Yuritsa Wheeler. Let's get Saito to win. Make Saito look good. like 5-minute match, nothing too stressful. And then let's go with males again. 9 more minutes. We could do with some other backstage bits as well. I made it to embarrass Saito. Oh, did I? Oh dear. Oh, good spot. Good spot. Thank you for that, Stumpy. Appreciate it. My old eyes ain't looking so good, are they? Right, let's have Ryan McBain versus Rugio, actually. Been lurking, but here. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Very good. Very good. I get it. Thank you. Possible start. Okay, long-term feud here. Of a new feud. Let's have... Right, we want... Right, Rugio's beating Riot McBain. Four minutes left. Max Walker. It's just maybe have Max Walker chucking out a promo. Calling out Essien, possibly? And I also think there has to be a backstage moment, really. Let's have an angle here and have Rugio and Rogi talking. And I can talk about Riot McBain. Okay. That can obviously set up that match there. I'll work out what I can cut time off, because some of these matches probably aren't gonna fly as we expect. So I also actually want to put one more match, and I I want Rich versus Dan. Just as like a nothing match, really. Just feels we maybe need to have the tag team champions in some capacity. Maybe we don't. Or you would maybe have them sort of like turn up and like having some element of respect between everyone, wouldn't you? Busy Baron, have you brought your wrestling to Larissa? Yeah, it's a Joe Bellingham on a pole match. That's what we're doing. Actually, no, it's not. That sounds terrible. Right, let's have no. Actually, no. Maybe we do have to have something. In fact, let's keep the Nation off TV. Well, keep Dan and Zeep can have a rest. We'll have an automatic finish between Rich and Gudja. That'll just be a little match. So there was almost a moment there where Rich was closing the show, and that's definitely not the situation. Okay, right, let's go for it. This is going to be the show then. Let's have it, and then it's bedtime. So, women's champ Natalya opens the show. She makes her entrance. She cuts out promo. Meredith Glover makes an appearance as well. They then have the match. The backstage morale meant the workers weren't performing at their best. Meredith Glover did the heavy lifting, but Natalya retains the title. Match is a bit of a dud, apparently. 57% reaction to that one, so maybe we start to kill that segment off and that feud off. Harry Sloan and Jeb Uso, 1 star, not really great. Sloan was looking fatigued going into the match, so I was a bit sluggish. Although Sloan looked like a threat, them two just can't work together. So that wasn't going to happen particularly well. Okay, Clark Morrow versus Alessio was pretty decent though. It was 1 star, so it was definitely decent. So that's certainly done something to actually bring the audience back on side. Okay, Max Walker, SCN and Elias promo happens. So Max cuts a promo on SCN, cuts a promo on Elias. Arrogant gimmick seems to work quite nicely, so 68% response there. Rich Owens versus the Gudja. Fatigue was definitely a part, so 0.5 star. But, the pair of them have turned up and done what they need to do. Psycho struggling as well. Obviously a bit fatigued, but still wins the match. 1 star. 46%. We've not had a great show so far. Rougeau and Rogi, though, chatting about a match against Riot McBain. That could be a possible feud going on. That seems to work. 73%. And then 100% reaction. Riot McBain and Rougeau. That's the one. This is the one. Okay, we've found our feud. Riot McBain versus Rougeau. Right, 100%. The crowd love it. 1 star. The vocal crowd love this segment, so that's cool. They're all over that. Then of course we've got the final match here: Elias versus Henry. Henry looked pretty good. So Henry got a bit of a boost. Elias got a boost. The big spot worked. Elias retained. Overall, it was what it was. Really. 45% satisfaction. 45% satisfaction is not brilliant when you think about it, is it? But there we are. Jimmy Johnston has failed a drugs test. So, great. That's... he's out. He's out. Get him gone. Jimmy Johnson is out of the door. He's on the juice. See you later, pal. Brilliant. Well, to be fair, that solves that problem then as to what we do with Jimmy Johnson. So he's done it himself. He's worked it out. Basically, just getting juiced up and going, I can have a great time here. No, not around here, you can't, I'm afraid. So there you go. That's where we are then. That's as far as we've got now with the TJWF. The next pay-per-view, the Easter Banquet, is in 3 slams time. So yeah, our next Sunday show will be that. Let's work out somewhere for us to go and raid, shall we? Let's do that. I appreciate everyone who's been around tonight. It's been fun. It's been nice hanging out, doing something different. Let's see what we've got. Who's doing interesting things? Maggio obviously is on. Big Taff. Let's go see Big Taff. We love Taff, right? So go and give him some love, okay? If you haven't followed Taffman before, please do it. Appreciate you all, as always. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, you've all been fantastic. Speak to you tomorrow when we're back on the Minecraft trail. Take care of yourselves, everyone. All the best. In a bit. Bye now.